Shit, I almost hit a car right now. Oh, live.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go live on this crafts and combos, and I have a special guest. Her name is Olivia. Guys should definitely follow her on Instagram. She does workout outfits. She's doing like a rainbow try-on haul. So like she's really popping. What's your Instagram name?
My Instagram name, I'll put it in the chat. It is the best life of faith _ all between the words. So I'll type it in the chat here.
Okay. So make sure you guys go check her out. So today, as you saw the whatever it's called, the thumbnail, we will be addressing the infamous McDonald's talk about the lady who said that, her kids were obligated to get food that weren't the father's child. Like I said, this is a craft and combo. So what I'll be doing is I'll be putting together my Capri Sun order, and I'll let you see what it looks like at the end. These are the labels that I created, and I'll show those to you at the end as I put it together and while we discuss what happened, guys. So before we get started, as always, if you could, guys, go ahead and like this video. It helps the algorithm. It helps put it out. It helps me get paid. So, everybody wins. It's free. It's free for you to do. And also subscribe if you're not a part of the Boss Beginnings crew, okay? So let's get started. So first of all, saw it come down my timeline. A lady said, she was about to expose her kid's father or whatever because he keeps pretending like he a good dad and he keeps showing up with McDonald's for his biological son and not her other kids, which aren't his. And before we comment on it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and I'm gonna play the video so you can see the video, so you can get an idea yourself. Also, we've heard that this might be fake, and then more than likely, it's a stage. But we got some real answers. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so we can watch it. Share. All right. So now I'm sharing my screen. There we go. There goes somebody want to be loud and extra.
Firecrackers going.
No, somebody's car. You can't help it that you lacking. I can't stop saying it. All right, so her name is Eliz Galston, and she does so-called baby mama skits all over her page.
Did you turn your comment box off?
Did I turn it on? It's on.
No, the comment box is off.
It's off?
Mm-hmm.
It might be off for you, but it's on for me.
No, I'm talking like for the viewers.
No, everybody can comment. It might be something wrong with yours. Comment, guys, if you can leave a comment just so we can see if it works. I guess that don't mean anything, right? Because I ain't gonna know. All right, so let's start with the video.
But what about my other kids? How come you can't see my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing.
Okay, it didn't start from the beginning. Let me do it again. Damn. Here we go. Oh, she got 3 million on that video. Go ahead.
But what about my other kids? How come you can't see my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go, and we got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody.
She already sizing up the bag.
So what up? It's Lisa, the angry baby mama everybody's been going around talking about, mad about all her fucking kids not getting no McDonald's. Y'all got me fucked up. I just want to say, y'all got me fucked up.
Okay. We got to pause that. That ain't what we thought. That's what you get when you watch these videos when you come on here and do this. Hello. Let me find somebody. I thought that was the video. I think, well, no, I can't even say that. So where's the video? Okay, that's part 2. Where's part 1 at? Yeah, no, that's my fault, y'all. But yeah, so basically we see what happened. Let's just watch part 2 then, because I can't find part 1. I thought that was part 1, but she just on a big.
TikTok, the mad baby mama who was mad at her baby daddy for not feeding the rest of her kids. That is not his. Yo, I just found out Lisa TikTok, the mad baby mama who was mad.
So basically, he brought the food for his son, and he didn't bring food.
And day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose something on him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry? What do you mean? Okay, what about my other kids?
What about the other kids? So that's the question. Hold on, let me go back over here. All right. So you was able to comment. All right. So in the before we read the comments of what they're saying on these videos, if y'all could go ahead and let me know, who do you think, just from that clip, just from seeing that house, she said, hey, I have 4 kids and he's pulling up with McDonald's just for 1 kid. Do y'all feel like the mom is in the wrong or the guy's in the wrong? Put that in the comments. So with me, how I feel about it, I feel like nobody's wrong in this situation. I don't feel like she's wrong for her feelings, and I don't feel like he's wrong for buying for his kid, but I feel like it's selfish. Like, he's not obligated to buy for other kids, but what world is it okay? Something that's, I can see if he was like buying clothes, right? You might not be able to afford like 4 outfits, for each kid, right? But like something as small as food. And then she made the comment, she could have just been lying. My food, I don't have any more food stamps to whatever date, she said. And he still was like, that's not my problem. And it's like, how that's not your problem? Like, everybody wants to talk about the village until it's time for the village to come to step in.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to talk about Black Lives Matter until Black Lives Matter. Now it ain't my kid. Black lives don't really matter no more. What you think?
Yeah, I don't think that he's obligated, and I don't think she's wrong to feel like he should have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, they were dating, and then they had a kid together, and now they're broken up. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been in those kids' lives. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just as a man, he would have called and said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go get some food. Do any of the kids want something to eat? I don't want to bring food for one child, not bring food for the other.
I bring it for all."
That's just a man. A man does that. Is he obligated to do it? No. Is it polite to do? Yes. But yeah, it goes back to, like you said, there's a village, right? We talk about their kids and being a part of these kids' lives. Is it okay to walk away after a relationship when it comes to someone you dated who had kids, who you bonded with their kids? I don't think it is for me personally. I still have a relationship with my previous stepson. So I feel like at the end of the day, if you bonded with a child, you're going to still be concerned for that child. You're going to still kind of check in, make sure that kid is good. So it just shows who he is as a person. That's what I
It
believe.
shows who he is as a person. And everybody made excuses for him saying, we don't know if he had the money. And what I kept trying to explain to people, there's always ways around it, right? Like, I have somewhat of a big family when it comes to kids being around. And if I go to the store for my daughter, I wouldn't dare come home, right, and not have something very provided, right? So, whereas before maybe I would get a kids meal when if it was just me and Chloe, but now it's 5 kids over here. I'm not getting a kids meal. I'm gonna get a little Caesar's pizza. So like there's ways around it. He didn't have to get 4 kids meals. He could even got a large nugget. You see, we did this before. He could have got that combo with the 10-piece nuggets and got the large fry, got them some plates, and made them divide it out. Like, hey, this I got the large nugget so everybody can have something. Because you gotta ball within your budget. So let's see what some of the people say in the comments. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull it back up. We're gonna mute it out this time because we're just gonna read the comments. We're gonna mute it out. So her comments go like this. It says, ended up exposing yourself. It said, had your nails done. So I don't understand the logic that in order to not have money, you got to look for. You know what I'm saying? Because like things can happen. And I get they saying like you should have took care of your kids first. You should have got that done, da da da. But life changes, as like on a day-to-day basis, right? So I feel like I got extra money today. I can get my nails done, my hair done. Then bam, something happened with my car. Now I got to go spend money on this. Something happened here, and I got to go spend. So when I got all this done, I might have thought I had the money, and then things can happen. So the idea that she has to look broke to be broke is weird to me. And you don't know if they press on nails. You don't know if that's a synthetic wig or not. I mean, I don't know. Because some of these look good. We're making a whole bunch of assumptions here that, that is this or that. But,
yeah, the nails have to do anything because he had a nice outfit on to not bring food.
He had a McDonald's money outfit on, but then it said, okay, that's me on here coming. This says, give the dad full custody. He don't want that child. Like, why won't have these real conversations that most, I ain't gonna say all, but most of these men really don't want these kids full time because it definitely costs more than if he can't afford to buy 4 kids a Happy Meal, then how would he be able to keep his kid full time? Okay.
Yeah, I think a good question is if he's dating somebody with a kid, will he have that same philosophy?
What if it was his child and the other dads came by and brought food? Because everybody else is saying, where the other dads at? Why the other dads came? But that's not, they could be at work. They could be trifling, okay? But that's not the point. They're not here now. That's like I said again, if it's kids at the house and I'm like, where they mama at? Why they mama can't get it, da, da, da. That's not the point. It's kids there and you bringing food to their house. I know you're not going to just bring food for one child. Who raised y'all?
Exactly.
Don't get get stamps to the 11, but your hair, nails, and lashes on point. Your kids should be first. If you understood the other kids, I don't know what she talking about. Okay, bye, ma'am. Respect him for staying composed. He taking care of his kid. There we go again. Like I said, Black Lives Matter until Black Lives Matter. You want us to protest for people? You want me to care? Oh, this is a Black person getting treated wrong. But now we got 3 innocent Black kids being, to me, mistreated because food ain't that expensive. And all of a sudden now, all of a sudden I'm not his kids, so no one should care.
Mm-hmm. When he's probably played with them kids, he's probably done birthday parties with those kids. He's probably, sat down and had dinner with those kids before. So how awkward is it for him to show up with just one meal when you created a bond with these other kids? And it just seemed inconsiderate. Like, I understand he has a choice. That's what everybody's saying.
Right, he definitely has a choice.
Are we going to open up these homes and walk away from all of the other kids that were affected by you being in the home? It's just,
yeah,
it shows a lot about his character.
And at the end of the day, I just feel like, there is a village mentality that needs to go on. Like today I saw a study that said by age 4th grade that only 10% of Black boys are reading on grade level. 10% of Black boys by age of 4th grade. And when I see so many people say, them not his kids, he don't have to do that. That's not his responsibility, da da da. I know exactly why only 10% of black boys, because that means that's the mentality we all take when it comes to other people's children. But what you got to realize is, and I ain't saying you should just do it for this, is those kids that you pass by, those kids that you don't help, sometimes I may not be the people that rob you later, that don't have the compassion. Like, imagine the difference you can make by, giving somebody a compliment, taking time with somebody else's kid, doing something for somebody that doesn't benefit you. Like, you can change people's lives. Think about how many times you hear about people say, this teacher did this, she believed in me and it gave me the spirit to do this, that, and this and everything. So I don't know, taking this whole attitude that it's not your kid, it's not your responsibility. Like, these are the kids that live in your neighborhood. These are the kids you're going to see at the grocery store. These are the kids you're going to hope, let's just be honest, that ain't going to rob you one day, that ain't going to break into your house. Like, why not, do some kind so he can grow up and say, like Steve Harvey's son, right? It's not his biological son. Almost had me in tears or whatever when he was like, he wanted to thank Steve Harvey because he's not his biological daddy, and he didn't drag his biological dad. He said, he couldn't be there for his own reasons, but you stepped in and you did one of the biggest things. You gave me your last name, and that's not something he has to do. That's not something he's obligated to do, but he did it. And I think their kids, like your kids' friends, become your second children. If you're a part of any organizations, like I do a tumbling team, and I guess that's why it hit so hard to me, because I love kids hard, and I couldn't imagine, like I told you before, like there's days, I forget to bring Chloe water to tumbling. Chloe's my daughter. I forget to bring her water to tumbling, so I have to go buy her water, and then there'll be other kids there that don't have water. Like, how silly would it be of me to, and that's my business. I'm supposed to be making money here. How crazy would it be for me to walk to the vending machine and bring my baby back a water and not to get the other kids that water? Like, it's a village, like I'm not going to let that kid be the only kid without water. Like, I've given up my water. I know this ain't no big feat. Like, water ain't that expensive, but I'm just saying, I've said, okay, I don't need water. You can just have my water, just because I don't want to see a kid without. So this whole idea, because it's not his kid. Now, could she have came at him better? Could this have been a better situation? Could she have said, like, hey, right now I don't really have the money. I got 4 kids in here. It ain't really that cool for you to come in here with just one. Can you do me a favor and go get the other kids something? Because, me and like their ego stroke, I mean, maybe things would have came out better had she taken that approach. But I don't know, because, well, let's watch it. She did an update about why she did things the way she did it. So let's watch that before. Oh, I got to share my screen again. Hold on. Let's watch that before I make that comment. I don't want to just say everything. Uh-oh.
Because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not going to give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else has to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
Period, Pooh.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now. Right. Because...
So let's look at the comments.
So you know what? Also, I don't think anybody looks at it from the mother standpoint of having to explain why one child, would get McDonald's or certain gifts when the other kids don't. because as a mother, she has to explain that to her kid why it's separate. Now, be mindful of the fact that, like she said, he dated her. He was doing it at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Also, seemed as if she said that he's done it before after the breakup, and then he just stopped doing it because maybe he
He
was
probably
upset
upset.
with the kid or something.
Mm-hmm.
I get the backstory on that. Yeah.
So somebody in the comments said, at this point, you refuse to see the problem with your behavior. The same way you're looking at that phone and refusing to fix that lash. So, I mean, that's rude. Call their daddies. Where are the other babies? And these are women. Did you cook? I got to give it up to her because she didn't disable comments. Ma'am, we still feel the same. They better eat what's at their house. It's the fact that you still don't get it. Hair done, nails done, lashes done. Crazy how you mad at him for providing for his kid, but not mad at the other dad. How you know she not mad at the other dad for not providing for their kids? He can claim all of them on on the taxes. Give that man full custody. I'm telling you, before I started YouTube, I really, really didn't see how anti-woman this society is. It's like they want us really to be superheroes, but to be superheroes and still carry yourself like a damsel in distress. I got to be able to take on the world, fight crime, raise these kids, do all this stuff, but I still got to be. You're not feminine enough. Well, I've been out here fighting crime. I'm supposed to. If I'm a superhero, I don't see soft superheroes. So, like I said, I'm not saying that her attitude was right. I'm not saying that she handled it in the best situation, but they're still messing around. He's probably.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, like he's probably setting expectations that he can't keep in the bed. You know what I'm saying? He's probably saying, like, I still rock with you and the kid, little Johnny, my boy, come on now, we've been going blah, but you show up with one bag of McDonald's, And so a lot of it is we don't know the whole story because it's probably fake, because right, they said they were they're TikTok people, but we don't know the whole story. We don't know the things that happen behind the scenes. And we are emotional beings. Like, we're never allowed to have emotions, to have reactions, because then we're bitter and we're out of line. But she's a human having a human experience. Like, this is somebody she's still messing with. This is somebody that's been a part of her and her kid's life. This is somebody she expected more from. So she sounded hurt to me, And, even though I know it's fake, but I'm just... Huh? Yeah. And he probably was really, really nice when they dated. And then this happens, And so I guess, I'm just tired of the world being very one-sided. Like I said, there's a lot of growth that needs to happen here. There's an open line of communication that should have happened. And like I said, she should have said, better like, hey, I just need your help this one time. Not this one time. I just need your help. You know what I'm saying? Can you do this? Can you do that? Da, da, da. I really think, that would have been better. And she might would have got a better response. But I don't know if he went over there last night. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's so pissed.
We got to also look at it like this. We all got kids. That's, for the most people that got kids, you can't come to your kid's school for lunch and bring McDonald's. I don't know if y'all know that rule, because most schools do not want the other kids to see that one child has McDonald's. That's even a rule at the school. So a lot of times for most schools, they ask for you to take them out and eat with them. So, I mean, that could have been an option. Hey, I'm gonna take him for a few hours with me. We're going to go have lunch together. That would have been better than bringing it and for the other kids to see that he didn't consider them at all. So I get where she's coming from with that.
Chloe's looking for Bella. Say, hey, Bella. But yeah, so he did ask in part 2, could he just bring him down and just feed his son? But I feel like at that point the conversation had already gone left and she was already done with it. And so, in the beginning he should just say, hey, can I get such and such and take him out? Or because if you're gonna bring food to the house, you don't bring some for everybody. You definitely need to make that a father-son day and just take him out the house.
Yeah.
Go ahead and close the door. Yep. So I'm finishing up these Capri Suns so I can show you guys. I'm trying to hurry, so I made a mistake. I wanted to show y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole take on it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think about the situation? I know, we don't like women, so we don't want women to have emotions. We just want them to bear the kids, and then, you pick wrong. No one talked. I ain't gonna say no one because I ain't read every comment in the world, but there's not a big conversation about the fact that why aren't the other fathers doing for the kids, and that has nothing to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's these other men's decisions. Not to be in their kids' life, and yet it's just like everything is blamed on the mother. Like, oh, the men ain't in the kids' like what you do. Why you pick the men to be your child's father? Then he brings kid dinner, and she said, "Well, hey, it's not fair for my other kids to see you bringing dinner for them. So if you're gonna bring McDonald's, bring it for all of them because that's not fair for the other kids." And then it's like, "Why you gotta take care of them other kids?" Da da da. It's like,
Because
hey,
and her, he knew she had other kids, and that was going to be part of it.
yep.
No.
Look, it costs to lay down with a woman. And that does not mean, what I'm saying, that she's a prostitute. It just costs. Like there's responsibilities. Like, and I think we need to get back, to when you decide to date somebody and y'all decide to be intimate. Like we need to get back to where that's like a serious thing because that comes with emotions, that comes with transfers of energy, soul ties, all this stuff. If you have kids, you bring other people into it. Like there's a responsibility in building those type of bonds. So I feel like, once he crossed that line and, not, they both decided that they weren't going to level. There's responsibilities on both sides. Just like I wouldn't expect her if her son was with him and he had, I don't know if he has other kids or not, and he had other kids at the house. And, her son called, like, hey, mom, dad at work right now. Can you bring me something to eat? I wouldn't expect her to show up at his house and not get his other kids. Like, to me, that would be just as selfish, right? Because there are other kids there. And, these aren't adults. These are kids. And they don't understand all the drama, all the back and forth. We saying, like, that ain't your kid, da, da, da. They don't understand that. They just see this one child and like, why I don't get that? Why he get that and I don't get that? And the idea that these grown men out here making videos, talking about some, forget them other kids, watching my kid eat while them kids sitting there, da, da, da. It's like, I know it's jokes, but it's like, I want better for you. You know what I'm saying? I want better for our community. I want everybody. I want everybody to want to be, good people and want to be a part of this village that we need because we losing these kids. So, but that's all I got. I'm gonna show y'all these Capri Suns and you tell me what you guys think of these Capri Suns that I rushed through. And you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, just that I think that be considerate when you date a woman with children.
Yeah. It's a
Although
responsibility.
breakup process, I think that we need to acknowledge that if you're coming into lives of kids who already lost a father, whether that be he left or passed away, you also got to acknowledge that you walking away as well is going to affect them. Not saying that you're responsible. I'm just saying that be considerate of the process. Like she said, they have to go through a process with their children. They don't understand. I feel like, she may have had to deal with the kids saying, where's such and such? After he normally reads to me at night. He normally goes with me to go play baseball. That we need to be very considerate. If you're not willing to invest in the children, don't date with kids. Just don't.
Yeah. So true, and vice versa for women. If you get to know these kids and you babysit, because they like to make you babysit the first night. You babysitting these kids and you this my little man. When y'all fall out, maybe there needs to be a transition process. I mean, it's a sticky situation. There's no one way that's gonna work and one way it's not. And unfortunately, when you have kids and you don't end up with the father, that there's a different life you gotta live, and vice versa. When you end up with the mother, it's a different life you gotta live, and is different processes you got to go through. So I just think we need to all be responsible, and we need to think before we act. They say women are so emotional, but him not buying the other kids food is to me is a very emotional thing because he's probably mad at the mom about something, and so he's taking out on the kids because if he did it before, why not do it again? So if it's fake, I say y'all did a great job because he looks like he's very taken off guard. Da da da. If it's fake, it still showed me Well, I'm gonna be honest. It showed me that we got a lot of good guys too, because a lot of guys said I would never, like, even though it's not my responsibility, I would never not feed some kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was very happy to see, a lot of men stepped up. But it was hurtful to see other men say that's not my responsibility. And it's a guy on my timeline that posts a Bible verse every day, and I was talking about, the reckoning is coming and God is coming back and no sin will be going. It's like, you think God wants you to say, hey, don't take care of those other kids, da da da. You think that's what Jesus would have did? If that's your religion, you really think that's the route he would have took and be like, nah, that ain't my kids. Well, guess what? Technically, when he was healing people, that wasn't his child. You know what I'm saying? That we, when he was out here breaking bread, turning water into wine, and all that stuff, he could have had the mindset when he woke you up this morning. He could have had that mindset that, that's not my responsibility, but he gave grace, not to be on here preaching, and you need to remember that when you get all high and dry about what you are and aren't going to do, that, it ain't always about you, buddy. But yeah. Well, that's all I have. I made these Capri Suns. I thought they were cute. I did them in 2 colors for the same little girl. This was actually a digital order, so I didn't have to make these, but I just made them for the live because I thought they were really cute or whatever. I made some chew bags too, but the live was about the Capri Suns, so I did the Capri Suns. So, but yeah, guys, don't be quiet in those comments. It helps with the algorithm. Let us know what you think, what you have brought. Some extra McDonald's for those kids. Was she out of line? Was he out of line? Were they both out of line? Could they both have done better? Or did they both do what they were supposed to do? I don't know. Tell me what you think. I told you what I thought. Until next time, guys, stay crafting.